Hey everyone, welcome to my Legendary Speedrun guide for Tsavo Highway for Halo 3 on Legendary. This is going to be a very quick level. I'm going to be showing you guys lots of cool tricks to skip all the enemies, all the fighting areas in this level. It's going to take around about 4 minutes. The run goes perfectly up until the end. I'll show you when we get to the end because the end is a bit luck based. But starting off, you want to come through here, press the button to open the door early. Make sure you get 2 Marines in your car, because that way the Marines will actually soak up some of the damage from the enemies shooting at you, and that will allow us to speed through some areas without dying. So starting off, we're just going to speed out of the cave. Basically, we're not going to kill any enemies throughout this level. We're going to kill a couple, but that's only when we actually have to. So just drive straight through these guys. Just follow the path I do here. You shouldn't have too much of an issue completing this level under the part-time. I think the part-time is 20 minutes, and my final time for this level is about 7 minutes because the ending is quite tricky to get first try. But so yeah, I did cut out a few deaths at the end, but I'll explain it when we get there. It's not too bad. If everything goes right, you should be able to do this level in under 4 minutes if you're really quick. So back there was some jackal snipers that we're just going to speed past. Just keep following the route I do here. Basically, there's not much to explain. Here, this bit's quite luck based as well, but I managed to get it first try. Head to the right slightly as I do. Try and take the exact path, because that way we'll avoid some of the enemy fire. Now here, I really struggled to get up this hill. Don't know how I didn't get sniped or something, but luckily I think because we had the Marines in the car, that did soak up the sniper bullets. It did block a few bullets for me, which is good. Now here, you don't have to do what I'm about to do, but it is much easier and it's a lot safer. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to stop at the side of this building. There's a gravity lift here which we're going to pick up, which we'll use in a little while to help us get over the bridge. Now my Marine jumped out, so I got him back in. Now we're just going to speed through this area. Some people would try and fight all the way through all of these enemies. That's just, you don't need to do that whatsoever. Here there's a shade turret which can spawn either side of this barricade. So what I like to do is I drive my Warthog up to the barricade, hide behind it for a few seconds to get my shields back. The Marine on the turret should take out the shade turret, and then you just bash the barricade battery, and then you just jump back in the car and we're going to head forward. Now to my left is where you can pick up the skull for this level if you're interested in doing that on top of the pipe. Now this is where we're going to use the gravity lift. You don't need to use a gravity lift. You can just ram your Warthog straight through that tiny gap, and that will save you a few seconds if you want to go really quick, if you're trying to do a proper speed run. If not, just jump out the Warthog and then use the gravity lift to launch yourself across the gap. You probably absolutely have to do this, I'd say. Get your Warthog across here, because that will allow us to skip all of these enemies, because we're just going to drive straight past them all. Normally you'd have to sit here, kill waves of enemies until someone drops a Gauss hog, or yeah, whatever it's called, you know what I mean. But we're just going to drive straight through, take the outside route around this area so we avoid getting shot and blown up by the Wraith. Just going to be sneaking around the outside. Now here is where we're going to jump out, and we're going to actually swap out the Warthog for a chopper. So there's 2 brutes here. Try and splatter one, and then pick up this fuel rod gun here, because we absolutely need that for the end of the level. 100% picked up that. And then I use it to take out this brute who was wasting my time, and he was just eating all of the fuel rod gun shots. But make sure you pick that up, jump in the chopper. Now we're going to do a pretty cool trick to skip this entire area, and then I'll show you a trick to skip fighting all of the brutes at the end of the level. There's like 20 brutes. It's pretty crazy. So I'm going to show you a cool little trick. So we're going to boost up the side of here at the angle that I did, and that should propel you upwards with the chopper. Now here, you'll see my time cut from 4 minutes to 7 minutes because I got a checkpoint there. And basically I had to retry this part over and over again because it's just so luck based whether you get through it or not, because there's so many brutes. Now you want to try and splatter them brutes in a line, because one of them has a beam rifle and he's really lethal. So if you can splatter them brutes, do so. And then you want to jump out, take out the shade turret, and then try and get to where I do. This is probably the safest path. So we're just going to hide behind this building, and then you want to use the fuel rod to take out that shield, the barricade, like I do. So take out the shade turret, take out the battery so the shield breaks, and that should trigger the level to end. That will probably take you a few tries, but you guys shouldn't have too much of a problem because you do get a checkpoint. Wait around at the bridge if you don't get a checkpoint, and that'll make it infinitely easier. So it did end up getting 7 minutes 43 to end the level, but that's way under the par time, and if you do everything right, it should be under 4 minutes. So yeah, thank you guys for watching.